Yeah. What's going on, everybody? This is Nate Jones every day. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. This channel is mostly, of course, about me every day, about my cars that I buy and sell, going to the auctions. Eventually, it's gonna be about my personal cars and stuff like that. But we got bad news today. So I'm online and I'm looking at the new C8s, and I'm looking at Car and Driver. So they posted, yikes, someone stole the wheels off a C8 Corvette. So I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, like this look like Detroit. So of course it's Detroit, because that's what mostly happened in Detroit. Like I had a brand new 2017 Daytona 392. So, and that one was stolen literally right out of my driveway. I ended up coming home at like 4 in the morning, and by the time I got up at 7, the car was gone. So, but yeah, so the poor thing, I'm gonna read the article to you guys exactly, and I'm gonna post it up so you guys can see it. It said the poor thing now is resting on the Cinderblocks on the streets in Detroit. So it's looking for a set of Chevy C8 wheels and tires at a steep discount. Check Craigslist. Craigslist, it should be universal to everybody. That's a website where you buy and sell all type of goods in Detroit, because we can verify that there's a set of missing from a black 2020 Chevy Corvette C8, and that someone spotted on the street of West Village. The poor mid-engine Corvette is now sitting on Cinderblocks with its rear end resting on the ground. So it's likely that the criminals inflicted some damage in the process of the wheels. So I don't know, man. This is like, it's crazy, because in Detroit it's kind of like hard and scary to keep a car, especially when it's a popular car and it's brand new, especially a fast one, because there's so many chop shops around Detroit where whether it's the Arabs, whether it's some black people or whatever, because the street value, if you still in, let's say, a scat pack, you may get 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 from whoever you selling the whole car to. And let's say you stealing 4, 5 of them a night, 2, 3 of them a night. So that's an easy come up for you if that's what you're doing on an everyday basis. Hellcats going for 5,000 and up, and these people are consistently paying this money for these cars because they want the parts, they want to rebuild them, they want to make them theirs or send them overseas. So a lot of people in the city are getting hit with a tax, with insurance, and a lot of stuff. Like me, it was crazy, because especially I was young, with a brand new car, a fast car, and the police pull you over like crazy almost every day. I almost got a ticket for no reason. I would do 5 over sometimes and they would give me a ticket. But it's gonna be the same thing for these C8s, because this is crazy. They stealing them already, and they ain't even on the street shares. They ain't even hit the value. I mean, they haven't even been sold yet, and to regular people. So, and they stealing them from the dealers. Yeah, and it's crazy. Wheel thieves are common enough, especially for high-end vehicles with expensive rims. We had a set of wheels and tires stolen off our Ford Fusion test car in the 2014. Okay, so that's basically telling you guys about what they got going on. And they say, if you're thinking about buying a Chevy C8 yourself, let this be a lesson to opt for the wheel locks that cost $90 from Chevrolet. You can even get black painted wheels locks for an extra $30 on top of that. Trust us, it's worth it. I don't agree. Why are you buying wheel locks when they stole the whole car? That's all they stole off the car. was the rims. They could have actually kept the whole car if they wanted to. They just, I guess, didn't have the right buyer or whatever, but they could have got so much money. They could have got at least 10 grand for this car if they would have found the right person to buy it. I'm sure it's off the streets. I wish I knew what lot it was at, because I definitely would go over there and take a look at it and show you guys exactly what's going on with it and the damage and stuff like that. But saying getting wheel locks don't stop nobody, because you can put a smaller socket on the actual wheel lock, and pound it on there and get the wheel lock off. Wheel locks don't stop anything, it just slows you down a little bit. And they got the whole car, so it really don't matter about putting wheel locks on it. But for the most part, man, Detroit, it is what it is when it comes to Detroit. Everybody know, keep your car in the garage, in your backyard, keep cameras, put a extra alarm on it, put kill switches on them, put a boot on your car, because they sell boots for real. That's what happens in the city. A lot of people steal cars, and especially the Scat Packs and the Hellcats, because of how popular they are in the city. Everybody want them. So I would say put them in the garage if you got one. Put them right next to your window if you know what I mean, value it that much if you living on that same level with a floor. But I would say get an extra alarm, because especially in Detroit, you don't always get them stolen from your house. You can get them stolen just by going into the grocery store. And it's really ridiculous now, because they not even pushing them away, they actually driving them away, because they got devices that read the keys now, and it goes into a small little box, and it's like your key, like their key, and they unlock your doors, and they push the start button, and it starts up, and they out of there within 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. So that's the news of the day. Nate Jones every day. I appreciate everybody that's watching. Keep watching. I got content on top of content. Like I said in the last video, or I don't know which video going up first. This one might go up first. But I got 3 cars that I bought from the auction. I took 5 grand to the auction, and I got 3 cars out of it. Especially Detroit auctions are the best auctions, the impound lots, because, and I hate to say this, because a lot of people don't have insurance in Detroit, because it's so hard to afford it because of all the thefts and all the stealing that's going on. So a lot of people get their cars taken in Detroit, and they end up in the impound lot, and people like me buy them and sell them again, for whatever we sell them for. We get them for cheap and sell them for whatever we sell them for. And it's a repeating cycle for the citizens of Detroit, because you can't afford insurance. I'm sure if insurance wasn't, if you got a regular car, like let's say a Saturn or a Fusion or something, just a small Focus or something like that, it might cost you $400 or $500 for insurance if you're living in the city. And even on the outskirts of the city, it's a little bit higher too. So you may be paying $400 or $500 for a small car. And let's not say you got a nice car. You might be paying $1,000 a month just off insurance. I know it sounds unbelievable wherever you stand at, but Detroit, trust me, when I was 17, 18, 19, I couldn't afford insurance. I used to get hella tickets, but I had to figure out a way to, okay, let me get around that. And I don't stay in the city no more, so it's a little bit better. But if you stay in the city, it's hard for you. Most people don't have insurance. Most people get their cars taken. Most people got a lot of tickets, and that's just is what it is. And I go buy the cars, I sell them, and a repeating cycle. It just keeps happening. So that's it. So keep watching the channel. I appreciate everybody. For the new people, this channel, people that probably know me is from MAM Food Reviews. That's what I do on the other channel. But this is my new channel, car channel. and we're gonna keep growing this thing. This is the beginning. Nate Jones every day. Appreciate everybody, and I'm out.